Now on Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, we're remembering a prominent religious broadcaster this morning. The host of the 700 Club has died at the age of 93. And breaking this morning, a federal grand jury has indicted former President Trump in the handling of classified documents. We have his response. And continuing coverage on those wildfires raging in Canada, President Biden has deployed several hundred federal firefighters to assist in containing the blaze. The story and more is coming up on Sunrise.
And let's take a look on the outside. Well, looking pretty nice so far. It's a live view from Cuero, by the way, courtesy of the Cuero IFC with a camera. But the sunny skies doesn't really tell you what's going to happen on the outside with the temperatures. Dangerous heat index value today, definitely in place. We'll give you the details coming up.
Plus, our Athlete of the Week comes from Shiner. I'll have that coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
Trey Manning here.
And today it's the 9th day of June 2023. The time is now 6:30 on your Friday morning. And today it's the Coral Triangle Day. It's known as the Amazon of the Seas, located in the Western Pacific Ocean, and it's home to 76% of known coral species and 3,000 species of fish. Wow.
Very nice. I think that includes the Great Barrier Reef off of Australia.
I believe so. So it's a coral triangle. So I think it's like a whole system of coral reefs. I haven't made it to Australia, Trey, but I know that would be the first thing I'd want to go check out.
I would love to go there someday. Maybe so.
Maybe a holiday vacation.
There you go. Hint, hint.
But this year it's Karina, and she's going to Mount Zion.
Yeah, she's going out west. That'll be fabulous out there.
She's going to have a great time.
Yeah, that's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to see the pictures. All right, on the outside, our picture is looking nice at Cuero currently, but we're having temperatures coming up later on today in the 90s with a triple-digit heat index value. That's expected for us. But current temperature now in Victoria, 71 degrees. We're starting off rather mild, but temperatures increasing throughout the day very rapidly. 96% humidity. And let's take a look at the temperatures currently everywhere you go. 70s along the coast, 81 degrees already there in Palacios and in Port O'Connor. And falling a few degrees there in Rockport. They were 80 degrees last hour and they're now 77 degrees, with 70s all the way from Victoria area northward toward Cuero and Hallettsville and Nixon area. And let's go back to the heat index value as we go throughout the rest of the day. By 10 a.m., we're already getting near 90-degree heat index value in Victoria, above 90 degrees in Goliad, down in Refugio in our western counties, Beeville area, the Kennedy, Karnes City. And everybody's at or above 100-degree heat index value coming up by the 1 p.m. hour and maximizing by the 5 to 6 p.m. hour if we get the graphics going right here. There we go. 106 by 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Victoria, 105 in Goliad. And pretty much get the idea. Everywhere you go, you can't escape the heat. Know your heat safety tips on the outside if you have to be working during the day, especially from about noontime to about 5 or 6 in the evening. Drink plenty of water, find some shade, and take frequent breaks and make sure everyone else around you is safe as well. Your full forecast comes up a little bit later on this half hour. Tell you how hot the temperatures are going to be throughout the rest of the weekend and next week. And try to find some rain chances out there somewhere. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on in the full forecast. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. Pat Robertson, a conservative Christian coalition founder, has died at the age of 93. The Christian Broadcasting Network that Robertson founded did not immediately announce his cause of death in a statement. The company said that Pat Robertson dedicated his life to preaching the gospel, helping those in need, and educating the next generation. Robertson was one of the most prominent and influential Christian broadcasters and entrepreneurs in the U.S. Former President Donald Trump indicted by a federal grand jury. Trump was indicted on 7 criminal charges in connection with his mishandling of over 100 classified documents that were found in his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. Trump made the announcement on his Truth Social account saying, quote, "The corrupt Biden administration has informed my attorneys that I have been indicted seemingly over the box's hoax," end quote. The former president went on to say that he'd been summoned to appear at the Miami federal courthouse on May 13th at 3 p.m. Trump is under a constant investigation that began last year when the National Archives alerted the FBI That government documents Trump had returned included 183 that were marked classified. The former president has continually stated that he is innocent. We'll go to Washington for more on the indictment later on Sunrise. A Matagorda County Court has reset the pretrial hearing for a Victoria man accused of murder. The pretrial hearing is now set for October 25th. Fernando Acosta Jr. was indicted in the 2021 murder of Amanda Johnson. He faces charges of murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Another hearing is scheduled for September 13th, and a trial by jury is expected to start mid-November. Amanda Johnson was reported missing on April 17th of 2021. Her body was later found in a burned SUV in Matagorda County. Authorities also determined Johnson suffered a gunshot wound. She was just 38 years old. She was known by her friends as A-Rod and taught a group fitness class for many years. Johnson was a single mother of 2. A Hallettsville woman wanted on an outstanding warrant out of Fayette County was arrested during a traffic stop Wednesday night. 32-year-old Amber Danielle Lynette was taken into custody in the 100 block of U.S. Highway 77 South. Authorities say they found methamphetamine during the arrest. Lynette faces several charges this morning. She was transported and booked into the Lavaca County Jail. Law enforcement agencies in Refugio teamed up for a sting operation to crack down on the sale of vape pens and products to minors. Authorities working undercover were sent into local stores to try to buy these products. Authorities say clerks at 7 Refugio County stores were cited for selling vaping products to the undercover officers. President Biden has directed his administration to send all federal firefighting assets to Canada. Biden spoke with the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, Wednesday to offer additional support to respond to the devastating historic wildfires burning in Canada. The White House says the U.S. has dispatched over 600 firefighters and support staff along with additional firefighting resources in response to the wildfires. Nearly 9.4 million acres have already burned, and over 11,000 people have evacuated so far from the remote parts of northern Quebec. Now, to a bizarre story from Las Vegas, a possible UFO mystery.
It's a scene straight out of the X-Files. A family in Las Vegas insisting something is out there after allegedly having a close encounter of the third kind.
I swear to God, this is not a joke.
One witness calling 911 after they say an object fell out of the sky and landed in their backyard.
They're like 9 foot, 10 foot tall. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes, they have big eyes.
The mysterious object that fell from the sky, even the officers apparently saw that. The green glow of the alleged UFO is seen on this newly released body camera footage.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
So when that 911 call came in, less than an hour later, police were ready to believe it.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard?
But after a brief investigation of the yard, officers closed the case as unfounded.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
According to former intelligence officer David Grush, an alien crash landing isn't too far-fetched. Grush recently turned over documents to Congress claiming the U.S. government has a vast collection of vehicles that have non-human origin. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
An oversight committee in Congress is in the process of scheduling a hearing on those claims made by Grush. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now 6:38 on your Friday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. The Illinois Health Department investigating a salmonella outbreak associated with ground beef.
Donald Trump indicted again, this time by federal investigators. I'm Lindsay Watts in Washington. Coming up, what lawmakers and Trump himself are saying this morning.
And on the outside, let's take a look at the tropics. Well, pretty quiet in the tropical Atlantic, also in the Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea. And the Atlantic just about clear all the way till you get to the African coast. Thankfully, nothing brewing out there, but it's still early in the hurricane season. We need to be watchful, and we will. The forecast comes up a little bit after later on this half hour.
Here's a look at what you can expect on Community Crossroads this week. We hear about undocumented immigrants. We also hear from the Sheriff's Regional Alliance. We also hear from the Victoria Professional Express Network, and we learn about Victoria Pride.
So when I joined, I said, hey, let's get this thing in the community, let people know why we're doing what we're doing, and run with that. So this will be the second year I'm on the board, and we are doing it even bigger and better than last year.
Facing another hot summer? Invest in the most reliable system on the market. American Standard Air, the right choice for Texas families. Beat back the sun, Wi-Fi. Comfort the way you like it. AmericanStandardAir.com.
Have you been told you have to live with your wound? There is hope at PAM Outpatient Wound Care. At PAM Outpatient Wound Care Clinic, you'll find the latest technology and the most committed and caring professionals dedicated to your wound healing. Our experienced wound healing experts and multidisciplinary team specialize in preventing amputation and preserving limbs.
I began hyperbarics here. I'm walking and have the leg, which is the best part.
Come see us at PAM Outpatient Wound Care, where healing starts here.
The mother has arrived, y'all. Woo! Hello, Kelly! Megan Trainor. You're pregnant! Is your family freaking out?
They're so excited. But I also announced in the house, like, we're trying, you know, so they were like, yay!
Plus, Tom Pelfrey. And we have a huge baby announcement. You haven't revealed the gender of your second baby yet.
We revealed our first one on your show. Let's do it again for Kelly Clarkson!
Nothing is more important than your family's comfort. Invest in American Standard Air. Affordable, efficient, and great value for years to come. A happy family is your biggest priority. Ours too. Comfort the way you like it. AmericanStandardAir.com.
Good morning. It's 20 minutes away from 7 a.m. And the Future Tracker, let's take a look at the whole entire country. Of course, we have the air quality issues up there in the New England states down to about Virginia and North Carolina or so. For us here in Texas, high pressure dominates our weather here. Let's go back one and watch the maps going on through the motion here. High pressure will continue to move to the east and pretty much settle over the state of Texas for the next several days, keeping the rain away from us, keeping the heat on for us as well. Here's a little chart here. Our humidity is this afternoon 50 to 60%. I run this all the way through to about our expected high temperature in the mid-90s or so will be about 105 to 108 heat index value. That's in the dangerous category, so please be careful out there. A quick look here is an idea how what your car goes through, and if you leave the temperature on the outside, by the time we get to 80 degrees on the outside, in 10 minutes your car will be at 99 degrees, 20 minutes at 109, 114 in 30 minutes, and 60 minutes at 123, and 90 degrees where we'll be closer to that. 109 heat index about 10 minutes into the process, 119 at 20 minutes, half an hour 124, an hour 133. So very dangerous. Make sure no one's in the back seat of your car if you're leaving it in the parking lot. Full weather comes up a little bit later on. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. A young star from Shiner had a few big hits last week to push them into the state tournament. Sports reporter Zach Brown has more on sports.
Our athlete of the week comes from Shiner, and he had two huge hits for the Comanches. The Shiner Comanches found their way back in the state tournament thanks to a few big hits. In game one of their series in the regional final with Johnson City, Landon Polar came up huge.
It felt great off the bat. I mean, I was hyped. The whole team was hyped. So it just felt great.
Down pitch on the way. That one's going to be hit hard to left field. That's going back, and out of here.
That hit he's talking about is this clutch homer on a 3-2 pitch in the fifth to put them ahead. You see his bat flip right before he gets to first and him celebrating around the bases. The clutch hit from the young Comanche came as no surprise to head coach Daniel Bedeker.
He's definitely stepped up big for us this year. You know, we knew he was a good ball player coming in. He's really improved since day one on the little things. You know, he definitely has some talent, but be able to perform at a level like he's performing at here lately, you know, especially in the box, speaks volumes to him and, you know, our coaches.
And Polar wasn't done yet in that game. He delivered the final knockout blow, a line drive into center field, gave him his third RBI and helped Shiner take game one. The Comanches, as I said earlier, showed that clutch gene in both games of that series to advance to state. Landon Polar stepped up big to put Shiner over the top and help push them into the state tournament, making him your athlete of the week. With your 25 Sports Now, I'm Zach Brown.
We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. This morning, new reaction from former President Donald Trump after his history-making indictment on federal criminal charges. Sources tell ABC News Trump faces 7 charges linked to his handling of classified documents. He's now the first ever American president to be federally indicted.
This morning, former President Trump is declaring his innocence in a new video, calling the federal indictment related to his handling of classified information a hoax.
I'm innocent, and we will prove that very, very soundly and hopefully very quickly.
A special counsel appointed by the Justice Department has been investigating whether Trump violated the law or put national security at risk by holding on to documents marked classified at his Florida residence Mar-a-Lago. Sources tell ABC News Trump faces 7 charges, including conspiracy and at least 1 charge related to the Espionage Act.
Which is ludicrous under the facts of this case.
Trump's lawyer telling CNN he and his team had yet to see the actual indictment as of last night and had only received a summons for Trump to appear for an arraignment Tuesday in a federal courtroom in Miami. Last year, the FBI seized more than 100 documents with classified markings from Mar-a-Lago, along with 43 empty folders with classified banners, after Trump failed to comply with a subpoena to return the records. Trump has claimed everything there was declassified. The charges mark the second time Trump has been indicted since leaving office. He was also indicted in Manhattan on state charges related to hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
We talk a lot about, well, there was the New York case also. I really do believe that case becomes secondary to this case. This one becomes much more significant.
If convicted, Trump faces years in prison in this latest case. This morning, many prominent Republicans are standing by him. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy among those claiming federal law enforcement has been weaponized. But former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, along with many Democrats, are saying no one is above the law. The White House has declined to comment. Even if Trump is convicted, there's nothing in the Constitution that would stop him from running for president. A recent poll found that over half of those surveyed said Trump should face criminal charges, but about 20% said they'd still be inclined to vote for him anyway. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
That leads us to your viewer poll. Should Trump be convicted for his mishandling of classified documents? Okay, let's take a look. 41% of you say yes, and the rest of you say no. Thank you for taking part in our viewer poll. You can keep taking part each day by scanning the QR code right there on your screen. The time is now 6:46 on your Friday morning. Still to come, several people were hurt following a shooting in North Charleston on Thursday night. Okay, it's time to celebrate some birthdays because, all right, let's take a look. Happy birthday to Ariel. Happy birthday, Mom, from Lily.
And happy birthday to Kiara. Happy 6th birthday, baby. We love you.
And happy 14th birthday to Aaron. We love you.
And it's a happy birthday to Julie and Judy. Want to wish the twins a happy 51st birthday from Julie's sons, Joseph and Ernest. We love y'all. Hope you have a great day, and God bless you with many more birthdays to come.
And star of the recent documentary, still a Michael J. Fox movie. Michael J. Fox with a birthday today. He's 62.
And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, come to crossroadstoday.com. Click on More and under Home. You'll see the KVU. Submit your birthday.
The time is just about 6:48 on your Friday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today, or maybe it's this weekend. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Rising interest rates got you down? Victory Kia has the answer. Like new 2023 Kia Stingers with 2.9% financing for 60 months, even our lowest priced Kia, the new 2023 Kia Rio, has 3.9% financing for 48 months. Couple our low Victory prices with low Kia rates, and you can expect really low lease payments like a new 2023 Kia Seltos for $219 a month for 24 months. With lower interest rates and lower payments, we think you too will say,
I love Victory!
You can enjoy endless entertainment and local news updates for free on our 17 over-the-air channels. Connect your TV antenna to your smart TV in 3 easy steps. Connect the coaxial cable from your antenna to the back of your TV. Select the menu button on your remote and navigate to the correct input of your antenna. Find the channel scan option and click it. Setting up your antenna will keep you entertained and informed with the latest weather updates and emergency information for free. Call or email for questions or more information. Stay connected and stay safe.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Los Angeles Rams coach Raheem Morris is speaking out about jumping into action to help save a drowning child at a Las Vegas hotel pool.
And what was the first sign of trouble?
You know, I'm sitting down in the corner and my kids are all in the pool and I hear a scream. And I see a man coming out, obviously Joe now, with his 3-year-old son, Wyatt, and he puts him down poolside. And my first thing, you do what everybody else does. You kind of go to look to see what's happening, and I see Wyatt laying poolside, and he's blue. He's
like the color of your shirt, or
color, you know, probably a little darker than my shirt.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what he says about the life-saving training methods he credits for his quick thinking and how you can keep your kids safe in a similar emergency. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Good morning. Current time is 6:51. Let's take a look at the day planner for Port Lavaca. Mostly clear skies, a few high clouds this morning, temperatures in the upper 70s, 90 by noontime, 91 by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A little bit of a sea breeze, but still hot no matter where you go, even along the coast there in Calhoun County. So well into the 90s today. Moving inland a bit in Cuero, partly cloudy skies, 6 a.m., 76 degrees. Sunny and 90 by noontime there as well. Mostly sunny skies by the 4 p.m. hour, 95 degrees. Heat index value during this time right here at or approaching 100 degrees. And by 8 p.m. it begins to cool off a little bit, 87 degrees by that hour. So today, 95 degrees area-wide, and in Victoria specifically, with a heat index value 105 in the afternoon. Overnight lows will be in the mid-70s. Another hot day for your Saturday, with highs in the mid-90s, of course, with heat index value 105 or even higher, depending on where you are. Extended forecast for us. High temperatures continue and dominates our region right on through the first and middle part of next week. Stay safe out there.
The Illinois Health Department is investigating a salmonella outbreak associated with ground beef. Wednesday, the state agency said leaders confirmed 26 cases in Illinois. The CDC is also investigating a small number of cases in other states. The source of contamination is not identified, but some of those infected reported eating undercooked ground beef. Health officials are performing lab tests to hopefully identify other infections and trace the source. They said the onset of cases were between April 25th and May 18th, but they're still encouraging the public to be cautious about how they handle, prepare, and consume ground beef. Still to come on Sunrise News to know before you go. Firefighters battling a massive pallet fire in West Phoenix.
The Victoria Television Group is proud to honor our veterans, and we need your entries. Each month, we'll acknowledge a new veteran to salute. To submit, go to the Military Hero page on CrossroadsToday.com and help us recognize the deserving servicemen and women in our community.
Stay up to date with what's happening in the Crossroads by downloading the Crossroads Today mobile app. You'll get instant alerts to your phone or tablet the minute breaking news or weather happens. Only the free Crossroads Today mobile app features weather updates for local sports. The Crossroads Today app gives you the ability to stream our daily newscasts when you're on the go and share pictures or tips straight to our newsroom and so much more. Brought to you locally by Prosperity Bank with 12 locations serving the Crossroads area.
GMA 7A. This morning, the one and only Samuel L. Jackson is in the house.
You gotta love it.
Plus, get ready to laugh with Jason Alexander, Eric McCormick, Alex Moffat, and Lily Cooper. Only on Tell 'em Sam.
Good morning, America.
I had some financial problems that I had to move in with my dad.
So you needed to rent this apartment.
Finding tenants helped his cash flow.
Your security deposit was how much?
$1,800.
And he's holding on to it for keeps.
What is this a picture of?
That's the dirt outside because they didn't clean the place. They were supposed to clean the place.
Did you do a walkthrough with the defendant before you moved out?
He said it wasn't necessary.
Next, Judge Judy.
We're dealing with a generation gap. Do you know what this is?
I know you have to spin each dial and then spin it back.
It's boomers.
We are on TikTok, a younger generation of people that are saying go back to Facebook. I was surprised we learned how to block people. So
Versus Zoomers.
You're leaving us $31 trillion in debt. We will be paying off what you guys enjoyed for the rest of our life.
Next, Dr. Phil.
Several people were hurt following a shooting in North Charleston on Thursday night. Police were called to the scene shortly before 9 p.m. on Dorchester Road. Law enforcement says several people were shot following an altercation. The victims were transported to a local hospital with at least one in critical condition. No further information is released. Firefighters are battling a massive pallet fire in West Phoenix. The Phoenix Fire Department says the 3-alarm fire broke out Thursday at around 8 p.m. at a business near 35th Avenue. Hazmat crews were called to the scene because of possible explosions coming from the business. They are using what is called a big water operation to fight the blaze from an elevated position. A nearby Circle K was evacuated as a precaution. It is currently unknown what caused the fire or if there are any injuries. At least 3 people were hospitalized in Massachusetts Thursday evening after a donation was believed to be hazardous was made to a thrift store. Police responded to a 911 call around 7:30 p.m. saying workers at Boomerangs, a resale donation center in the Jamaica Plain neighborhood, had received an item they thought could be hazardous. They did not say what type of item was donated that prompted the hazmat response. Boston EMS transported 3 people to a local hospital. Their conditions are currently unknown. Police are still investigating whether that item is dangerous. The former Trump official who pushed Fox News in an even more pro-Trump direction has left the company. Thursday, the network announced Raj Shah left the company in May. Shah served as the Fox Corporation's brand protection executive. Before that, he served in the Trump administration as a senior communications official. The reason for his departure was not shared, but several messages from Shah were included in a cache of internal Fox communications highlighted in the defamation lawsuit brought by Dominion Voting Systems. The network eventually settled the lawsuit for over $787 million. Hawaii Governor Josh Green has a knack for being in the right place at the right time, at least when it comes to medical emergencies. The governor's office says the former emergency room physician happened to be at the scene of a traffic accident Thursday and assisted a person who was hurt. Governor Green was traveling in Kauai when a man sitting in the bed of a pickup truck was ejected from the vehicle and landed on his head. The 25-year-old man was reportedly knocked unconscious. Green assessed the man's injuries as he regained consciousness and stayed with him until family and medical services arrived. This comes just 3 weeks after Green was part of a group of people who rescued a man whose car had flipped over into an inactive lava field. In that situation, Green also happened to be driving through the area when he saw the scene of the accident. And we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And let's take one last look at our viewer poll before we turn to a final forecast with Trey. All right, should Trump be convicted for his mishandling of classified documents? Okay, 41% of you say yes and 59% of you say no. Thank you for taking part in our viewer poll. And now let's go ahead and get a look at that hot forecast. The heat is on. I hear Texas is preheating right now, Trey.
I guess you could say that. It's almost to turn up to the Baker broil setting. It's going to feel kind of like that. Not quite that dramatic, though. 95 degrees today in most of the area, including Victoria. Heat index 105 or so by the afternoon. And please be careful out there. That's in the dangerous category. Overnight lows will be about 75 degrees in the overnight, with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, I should say. Saturday, 95 degrees. Heat index 105 in the afternoon. Know your heat safety tips and use them. Please be careful out there. And that trend is going to continue into most of next week. Highs in the mid to upper 90s, even more upper 90s more than likely by the first next week as high pressure reaches in even more. Lows in the mid 70s. Know your heat safety tips, of course. And try to reduce your outdoor activities, especially in the afternoon. Drink plenty of water, find some shade at times, take about 15-minute breaks every 15 minutes or so, and drink plenty of water to keep you hydrated and safe. Make it a great weekend and a cool weekend for you. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Trey, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful Friday and weekend. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today, and join James, Don, Mac, Karina, and Zach today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10. Don't forget to watch a movie.